Silves dates back to around 1000 BC and was once the rich and powerful capital of the Algarve. The Arada River, which runs through the city, gives direct access to the sea where products were imported and exported. The city was known as Silves during the Moorish occupation. Lavish palaces were constructed and it became the cultural learning centre for the whole Iberian Peninsula. During the 15th century, the river Arada began to silt up, causing a slow decline in commerce. Today, Silves is a rather sleepy town, spread over the foothills of the Serra do Monchique mountains. Unfortunately, the earthquake of 1755 destroyed many of the town's ancient buildings. However, the remains of the castle, which was built somewhere between the 8th and 13th centuries, stand at the top of the hill overlooking the city and are pretty impressive. Outside the entrance to the castle stands a huge bronze statue of Dom Paiu Pires Correia, the man who took the castle from the Moors in 1242. Legend has it that on São João night you can hear a Moorish princess, a Moura Encantada, mourning her lover by the well in the castle, where he committed suicide. Inside the castle grounds there are both Moorish and Roman ruins to see, and the battlements offer spectacular views over the city and surrounding countryside. Not much remains of the defensive walls and towers that protected Silves, but the turret of the city gate still stands. This gate opens out onto the Praça do Município, a shady square with a fountain in the middle. The square is lined with trees and flowers. It's a peaceful spot for people to relax and escape the heat. The Cathedral of Silves, beside the castle, is one of the Algarve's few remaining Gothic monuments. Right next to it is the Igreja do Misericórdia, which is open every day, but it is no longer used as a church. Now it hosts exhibitions and concerts. Downhill from the churches is Silves Archaeological Museum. It contains an impressive collection of items from the Stone Age, the Romans, the Moorish occupation, and later pieces of Portuguese pottery. The focal point of the collection is the old well that is still intact and in its original place. Steps lead down around the well and there is a tunnel which leads right the way to the other side of the river that was once used to make hasty escapes in the olden days. Restaurants and bars line the street that runs parallel to the river, all with outside tables, making them a great place for people watching. Most serve typical Portuguese dishes such as grilled fish or meat. The pork is very popular here, especially leitão, piglet, and porco preto, black pork. The riverfront has recently been paved and is now a popular spot with walkers and joggers, and there are benches right the way along if you need a rest. An exercise area has been incorporated nearby with Life Trail wellness stations that everyone can use for free. The Ponto Romana is the lovely old white bridge that crosses the river. It's for pedestrians only now. The newer bridge for traffic runs alongside it. The countryside around Silves is famous for its oranges. You'll often see the locals selling them along the roadside. They're also served as an accompaniment to the delicious leitão. Alcantarilla is to the south of Silves, nearer the coast. It's a sleepy little village with some fabulous Moorish architecture. The Chapel of Bones, adjacent to the main church, is the main attraction, with human bones and skulls encased in its walls. "14 kilometres southeast of Silves is Algarve, a small village surrounded by orange, fig and almond trees. The hermitage of Nossa Senhora do Pilar, on top of a hill, offers some fantastic views. Crazy World, about 5 kilometres to the north of Algarve, is a fun place to take the kids to spend the day enjoying the small zoo and petting farm. There is also a fun kart complex called Almancil Karting, which has a replica Formula 1 course. Further south, nearer the coast, is Aramaçal do Pera. It attracts lots of tourists and has a great beach, with rock formations and caves to explore. There is a dive centre that offers daily excursions to explore shipwrecks and the local coral reef, as well as other types of water sports. Many of its churches, such as the main church of Nossa Senhora dos Navegantes, the chapel of Nossa Senhora da Rocha, and the church of St Anthony, were built between the 16th and the 18th centuries. Along the waterfront you can see the remains of the 17th century fort that was initially built to protect the local fishermen from North African pirates. São Bartolomeu do Messinas, northeast of Silves, is a small village centred around the beautifully decorated 16th century parish church, or Igreja Matriz. Village life revolves around the bustling morning market, where you'll find local farm produce, freshly baked bread, and fish from the morning's catch. On the way here from Silves, you should make a stop at the Arada Dam, a beautiful reservoir. This is a great place to go walking, fishing or boating. You can go on a boat trip from Portimão to Silves along the river Arada, giving you a short time to explore before returning whilst the water level is still high enough. There are buses available to get you around Silves, but the services are not very frequent and are often seasonal. Hiring a car would be the best idea.